Hi guys, Lindsay here with Storybook Family Farm. So this weekend is the first weekend in almost 5 months that we haven't had a farmer's market. So it's been kind of weird feeling like, oh, we have all these days that we don't have to like worry about like doing businessy stuff and like doing bread and marketing and all of that to actually get time off. That was a bunch of walnuts that just fell from the tree. I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but it basically just beat the tar out of my truck that's sitting there underneath the walnut tree. But so it has been a very, very, very busy week. We had our normal Wednesday market, but then on Thursday, Tracy met up with somebody that wanted to get rid of some chickens. They were all old hens that were ready to be retired and stuff. So we went ahead. Tracy picked them up Thursday, and then Thursday I also built the stand here for the mini split that my dad is coming on Monday to help install. That is basically like a heat cool pump that will work to heat the house until it's like 40 degrees outside. So that'll greatly help supplement the wood furnace. Well, it's not a furnace, it's a wood burner. You know what I'm talking about. That'll greatly supplement the amount of wood that we have to burn this wintertime and in the spring. So that's going to be really nice. And these things are incredibly efficient. And it also does air conditioning too. So then next year when it gets really super hot while I'm baking a bunch of bread, it won't be anywhere near as hot in the house. So that'll be really nice. Because it would be usually about 15 degrees hotter in the kitchen than it would be in the dining room. And that's just the next room over when I was baking. So it's pretty intense. But so we got that done on Thursday. Tracy got those chickens processed. And then yesterday, I started out with working on some walnuts. So we started, it's rainy and windy, so things keep falling out of the tree. But so yesterday I started working on processing some of these black walnuts. So I basically, everything that was in the driveway already that had already been ran over and the hulls were most of the way taken off of them, I put them in a container and then washed them, like scrubbed them all down and everything, so then that way they can start drying. With the shells on the walnuts, not the hulls, not the green part, just the actual like the hard shell. We probably got about 10 pounds yesterday, so that's pretty nice. It'll probably end up being like, I don't know, I've not done this before, so I'm guessing probably like 4 or 5 pounds of walnuts if we're lucky. But so not only did I do that, but I also went over into the yard over in here and collected all of the walnuts that were on the ground. So I got, and the trees obviously are not done dropping nuts yet, so it's kind of in a danger zone. More just fell. But so I got 6 5-gallon buckets full of walnuts picked up, and I just layered them in the driveway here where there's always vehicles coming and going and stuff, so then that way it'll help with busting the hulls off of them. So they're actually really easy to get the hulls off at this stage. You just pretty much just like step on it and do like a quick little smear of your foot. But if I can have the car just when Willie leaves to go to school and come back roll over top of these, then it makes it so that way it's way simpler and stuff. So then tomorrow I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna pick up all of them and take the hulls the rest of the way off, since they'll have some more traffic going over them. But and then yesterday also I decided to go squirrel hunting with my little recurve bow. It is the first time that I've gone hunting with that bow. I've never done bow hunting before, actually. This was my true first time, and this is my first time ever actually trying to go hunting for squirrel. When I was really little, my dad took me, but we didn't see anything, so it was more like a hike in the woods. So I was pretty jazzed because I was actually able to get a squirrel yesterday. And I've always wanted to get a black squirrel. Like, that's just been something I've always wanted to do ever since I was young. And I first seen a black squirrel, I always wanted to touch it and see what it felt like. But squirrels aren't the friendliest, so you can't just run up to it and pet it. So I kind of had to extend my reach, so to speak. But so that's going to actually be for dinner tonight, is the squirrel that I got yesterday. And then this morning I actually got another one while still in my jammies. It was kind of exciting because it was running around over by the black walnut tree there, and I just came outside still in my jammies and my slippers and was able to get it. So that was a really exciting thing to be able to do, because like honestly, when we lived in town, this was something like a part of our homesteading lifestyle that we wished that we were able to have, was to be able to actually hunt from our property. When you live right in the center of town, it's kind of frowned upon if you're trying to hunt for squirrels. But yeah, so it was really mind-boggling to me that I actually was able to get it with the recurve bow, because I haven't been shooting like for a whole lot of time. Like all last year I never shot the bow once and stuff. The year before that was when I first got it, and I, you know, did some shooting with it, but not extensively because we lived in town. And we were busy, so I couldn't like really easily go places to shoot. But so I've, you know, just basically piddled around with it a little bit here and there this summer, just as like a bit of a hobby. So not much, not too incredibly much practice going on with it. But yeah, like Tracy and I, we like to watch that show called Alone, and a lot of times they hunt and stuff on there for survival purposes and stuff, and they use a recurve bow, which is the same type of bow I shoot. And I've always kind of thought like, man, I'm never going to be good enough with my bow to ever like actually get a squirrel. Like a deer, yeah, sure, like it's a much bigger target than a squirrel and stuff. But like to go out yesterday and to get a squirrel and then to do it again today, like it felt really good inside to be able to actually like secure meat like that right from our own property. And it just, I don't know, it kind of sparked something inside of me, and it made me feel really good to be able to provide for us, like from this land that didn't cost us anything. It didn't cost us any feed or anything like that. It did cost me an arrow though, the first squirrel I got, because it did end up going really high up in the tree, and then it ended up falling out of the tree, and my arrow broke on its way down. But you know, it is what it is. So I was very, very pleased yesterday and again today. But yeah, so I have probably 50 to 75 pounds of pears that I have to process today, and have to finish processing out those chickens that Tracy initially started the other day. We like to let our meat rest in the cooler with ice and water for a few days, so then that way it can get basically any gaminess out of it. Since they were all older birds, we definitely wanted to let it rest for a while. But yeah, so if you guys are enjoying this content, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends on social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to help us grow. We'd greatly appreciate it. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.